Hi everyone, my name is Kiara, and today I'm going to talk about the quiet power of introverts. First of all, I want to ask you guys some questions. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? If you're an extrovert, then what do you think of introverts? Did you know that studies suggest nearly 1/3 to 1/2 of the world's population are introverts? People often assume that being introverts means being quiet, solitary, lacking confidence, and even antisocial. But is that really true? As an introvert, people's first impressions of me often are shy and quiet. I still can remember the way my teacher looked at me when I was in primary school. I love reading so much that every break I sat on my seat reading a book. I was very focused on reading, so I hardly chat with others. My teacher saw this and was worried about me. She thought I was lonely because I didn't have any friends. And she also asked me with concern if I needed any help. I was confused and realized that she misunderstood me. So I told her I didn't feel lonely at all. Instead, reading benefits me a lot and I really enjoy it. But from an adult's perspective, they generally believe that introverts have difficulty making friends, are uninterested in class, and even feel disappointed about not being able to show themselves in class. In the workplace, people often believe that introverts lack leadership because they are less decisive, less confident, and not assertive as extroverts. But all of these are clearly misconceptions. So why would people mistakenly think that introverts are all very shy and solitary? Let's figure this out from knowing the definition of introverts and extroverts first. The Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung initially coined the word introvert in 1923. This word describes where people get their energy from. The prefix "in" means that introverts draw their energy from inside. Similarly, extroverts gain their energy from the outside world. People often mistakenly think that introverts are always quiet and reserved, while extroverts are always outgoing and energetic. So, the interesting fact is that there are shy extroverts and outgoing introverts. If you easily feel uncomfortable or exhausted at parties or social gatherings, you're probably an introvert. But if you love being the center of the attention at parties and enjoy constantly meeting new people, you're likely an extrovert. One very important thing we need to know is that introverts need and like socializing gatherings, but we just need solitude to recharge. Unfortunately, the world seems like a place that often rewards extroverts. Extroverts are often seen as the right personality, while being an introvert is sometimes viewed as a weakness. At school, whether it's gaining participation points, communicating with teachers, or doing group projects, people often prefer extroverts because they are usually more outgoing and more confident in expressing their ideas. In social settings, people are often expected to be outgoing, humorous, and outspoken. But if you're an introvert, no doubt that this would be an extremely stressful and nervous experience, both mentally and physically. At least, that's how I feel sometimes. In such a world designed for extroverts, introverts may sometimes feel frustrated or even deny their own worth because they didn't meet society's expectations of being outgoing. As I grew older, I have met many challenges which is special for introverts. When I had a group discussion, I prefer to share my opinion only after I thought deeply. The teacher sometimes thought that I wasn't active. When participating in social gatherings, I feel energized at first, but quickly become exhausted. I really need solitude to recharge. I used to hate that part of myself, The girl who isn't good at socializing, who always thinks a lot and who can stay at home all day without feeling lonely? I once even wished I could be an extrovert. But as time goes by, I started to appreciate the strengths of being an introvert. What we need to do is to accept ourselves as introverts instead of changing our personalities. Introverts possess incredible strengths. They are excellent listeners, and it's rare. They also enjoy thinking independently. They tend to think deeply before expressing their thoughts, which means their ideas and suggestions are often highly valuable. Introverts also have strong observation. They can always pick up the emotions of others, which means they are understanding and highly empathetic. Adam Grant from the Wharton School of Business conducted an interesting study, which found that introverted leaders often achieve better results than extroverted ones. Because when they manage employees who are active and have many ideas, they are likely to listen to people patiently and bring their ideas to life. On the other hand, extroverted leaders may unknowingly get caught up excitedly, may not listen as much to others' perspectives. In fact, the world has many outstanding introverts, such as Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, and J.K. Rowling. They are not socially anxious. They just prefer a quiet environment and thinking independently. So how can introverts maximize their strengths? Since they're good at deep thinking and self-reflection, they tend to analyze in a more comprehensive way. When participating in meetings, they can get ready beforehand in order to make their arguments more logical and well-organized. As good and patient listeners, introverts have advantages in group work and relationships. The ability to listen carefully to others and offer support is invaluable. Introverts highly empathetic can help compensate their weakness for not good at socializing. For example, I prefer high-quality connection rather than casual gatherings. So I have a few close friends and we deeply trust each other. We should never be ashamed or unconfident of being an introvert. Introverts and extroverts are both wonderful and powerful personalities. The next time, if there's anybody saying that you're quiet, ask yourself, is this really silence or the sound of thinking?